Journalism has evolved from fact reporting to muckraking, back to fact reporting, and now is entering a phase which blurs the lines of personal opinion and journalism. Who is a journalist? What does a journalist do? And how does a journalist do it?
The Society of Professional Journalists has created a code of ethics that has been a guiding light for decades, only having been revised in 1984, 1987, and 1996. It has been over 16 years since it has been last revised. How has journalism changed? Should that change be reflected in the Code of Ethics? Let's take a look.
The Code of Ethics broadly suggests that journalists seek truth and report it, minimize harm, act independently, and be accountable. But definitions this broad are not definitions at all.
Every journalistic ethic I have ever heard of was just violated by you.
Perhaps a narrower, simplistic approach would be more suited, only requiring professional journalists to seek the truth and report it, and be accountable.
Focus better than the Zoom. Make the floor bounce. Make the floor bounce. Boom. Focus better than the Zoom. Make the floor bounce. Here we go. Give me room. Boom. We flying in the spaceship. Back to the basics. Back to the matrix.
Journalists should be honest, fair and courageous in gathering and reporting information.
Test the accuracy of information from all sources and exercise care to avoid inadvertent error.
Deliberate distortion is never permissible.
But here's the thing. The article based its claims on a single, very unreliable
Identify
source.
sources whenever feasible. The public is entitled to as much information as possible on sources' reliability.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
FBI agents will be furloughed.
Okay, rule number 3. Make certain that headlines, news teases, promotional material, photos, video, audio, graphics, sound bites, and quotations do not misrepresent. They shouldn't oversimplify or highlight incidents out of context.
The people watching your show should ignore all of the commentary that you put in and all of the hype music that you put on, and should pay attention to what the president actually said, because what the president said was true.
4. Distinguish between advocacy and news reporting. Analysis and commentary should be labeled and not misrepresent fact or context.
I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Fight plagiarism and uphold the values of original thinking. We know that the best defense against plagiarism consists of writers who save themselves time, worry, and effort by taking the far easier road of just doing the work themselves.
Journalists should be accountable to their audience while remaining free of obligation to any interests other than their audience's right to know.
1. Clarify and explain news coverage and invite dialogue with the public over journalistic conduct.
Everybody makes mistakes, so just admit them and correct them promptly.
3. Abide by the same high standards to which they hold others.
Show some sensitivity and a little bit of compassion for those who may have been affected adversely by news coverage. Use special discretion when dealing with children and inexperienced sources or subjects.
Avoid conflicts of interest, real or perceived. A revised code of ethics that reflects a more fluid and hybrid modern journalist is essential to move forward in this new landscape in which journalists have to acclimate to. The code of ethics may not need a complete overhaul, but instead a dusting off of the curtains and a breath of fresh air. What we have presented may be the beginning of a new journey, a new revision for the forward-moving, modern journalist whose work environment is new and in flux.